everything all good, 100%?
Yeah. Yesterday had a good day. I knew I had some type of availability yesterday, and the plan was we were going to wait till this morning and see. And, obviously he's good to go and he's in the lineup.
You got anything new on Kranick?
Nothing yet. I was waiting at some point this afternoon. We were waiting to hear back from the doctors. So I'll get back to you on that one. Because I talked to the trainers about a couple of hours ago, and they said that at some point this afternoon we were getting something. So, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Have you decided on a start for Montas yet?
Yeah, looks so he's scheduled to throw a bullpen tomorrow here, and most likely he'll go on Tuesday.
Or the reports on Tidwell since his last outing for you guys?
Yeah, better obviously. They've been using an opener in front of them. Yes, potential scenarios here, but obviously that didn't happen here today. We're doing a normal start, but a guy that's got a lot of pitches, trying to simplify, what works best against righties, what works best for lefties. We know that, he's a fastball in the mid-90s. He's got that cutter, he's got the sweeper, he's got the slider, he's got the changeup. But he's going to come down on throwing strikes, controlling his emotions, obviously. He's going to be electric here. But this is the second chance he's getting him now. We saw him in St. Louis, and here he is getting another chance to help us win a baseball game.
What would it mean to the team if one of these young guys, whether it's Tidwell or one of the others, was able to step up here and help the rotation this summer?
Yeah, it would mean a lot, in any time, whether it's a pitcher, starter, reliever. We saw it with Nunez last year. We saw it with Vientos, position player. Every time you get that youth, at this level that help you win baseball games, is important, and we all feel it. And that's what we're expecting here, So they got talent, and they're getting chances. So, but it'll be huge for us.
What do you say to a guy like that who's already made his debut, but it kind of sort of feels like another opportunity to make one?
Just to be himself. Don't go out there and try to do too much. Just make sure stick to what got you here. Stick to your strength. And not trying to do too much. Keeping it simple. That's basically it.
Is that a message you need to amplify because there's been so much turnover in the starting pitching this week, and you don't want him thinking outside of the game itself?
Not really. I'll let Hef. Obviously I'll have those conversations with Hef, and then Hef finds a way to, he's got a good feel for his pitching staff, and he knows like when to speak up and what to say to those guys, and the timing of it. And so I'll basically just let Hef do that. If I feel like I have to do it at times, I've done it, and I will do it again. But I rely on the coaches.
Given how many relievers you've used in recent days, how valuable would it be for Tidwell to give you some length there?
Oh, super valuable. But again, I don't want to put that extra pressure. I want him to go out there and, give us your best. We'll have guys that we're going to be able to mix and match and piece it together as much as we can. And hopefully, he goes out there and, like I said, give us a chance to win a baseball game today.
With David Peterson, we've had some time from his complete game. I'm wondering if you think there were any big takeaways about learning something new about what he's capable of, either late in games or just generally the way he approached that start.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, that complete game, then the next outing, he's through 7 with 82 pitches. He's a guy that takes pride on going deep in games, and he knows how important it is to protect those guys from the bullpen, because he also understands how much we use those guys. So I think it's just more like being in those situations where, okay, I'm in the 7th, I'm in the 8th, and like he's a guy that never wants to come out of the game. And I think that's some of the things that he's learned, being pitch efficient, getting ground balls when he needs to, attacking hitters. And he's been a huge part of that rotation.
The ground ball rate is almost 60%. I mean, it was something he was already excelling at up till last year for you. Mm-hmm. But did you think he had another level in him in being able to, essentially induce soft contact like that?
Nothing. I mean, at this point, nothing surprised me, to be honest. Like this is a guy that continues to get better. He continues to find a way to get the job done. And perfect example. Yeah, he's getting ground balls, and he's allowing him to go deep in games because like a guy gets on. He knows he could use a lot of different pitches and put hitters on the ground and get a ground ball, and before you know it, we got 2 out, nobody on base. So yeah, that's part of the learning and the experience that he continues to gain here.
I know it's early in the process, but what feedback have you gotten from Raley and his rehab status?
Yeah, the first outing was good. I think he was scheduled to pitch today, his second one. So, but fastball 88, 89. I think he hit 91. But his ability to spin the baseball, and he did that. So recover well. So hopefully that's the case here moving forward.
You know the plan for Vientos? How many more rehab games? Really?
So they got rained out last night. He's playing right now. The goal was for him to play through Sunday, and then we were gonna check on him and see what we got there. So the plan right now is for him to play all the way through the weekend.
So if that goes well, potentially Monday.
It could be in play for Monday, yes.
A lot of guys coming off helmet surgery, they can't find the power right away. It takes some time. Do you think that might be what's going on with Francisco Alvarez?
I never had that, but I know talking to guys around the league for years, it's not an easy injury, and I feel like with Alvi, man, like last year he had a hand injury, like I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but he's had a tough go here, where he misses time, whether it's early in the year, this year in spring training, and now here he is, competing at the big league level. So he says he's fine, obviously, but we got to continue to help him.
He obviously did a lot of his damage, especially in his best year, on four-seam fastballs, and he's really struggled with those this year. I just wonder, is part of playing him less about the fact that he's not producing as much, or is part of it just trying to give him the rest and the opportunity to get back to full strength?
Yeah, I don't know about playing him less. I feel like he's been getting the majority of playing time as of late. Obviously, Louis been in there. I've been saying that both are going to apply. Today, we got in late. So, when you catch, that a game like last night, you get in 3-4 in the morning. I knew I was going to catch Louis. I feel like at times he's been on time with the fastball, but then there's been times where he looks off, like he's late. So that's the inconsistency that we're seeing from him. So again, he's a kid that continues to work extremely hard. I know the coaches are working really hard with him, and we got to continue to support him.
Louis caught Tidwell in St. Louis. Did you want to keep him with Tidwell the second time around as well?
Not necessarily, because not until Hageman got in the game yesterday, we didn't know if Tidwell was going to be the starter. And for me, the whole time was more like we're going to get in late. Aldi called last night, and I was going to go with Louis today.
Did you guys give McLean much consideration for this start, or was he not part of that conversation quite yet?
Who's it, McLean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get into the details, the conversation. Obviously, we knew Hageman was in play. Tidwell was, but yeah.
Was Tidwell able to get here last night, or do you have
Yeah, he got in last night. Yeah, as soon as Haggy got in the game, David got him going.
All right.